We're back on Smells Like 90's Rock. It's Shiela and Hot Toddy. I'm worried. I haven't looked at them yet. We're not at the end of the show, obviously, but I wonder what the COVID cases look like this week.
I don't know.
I pulled them up, but I don't remember where we were from. Because remember, last week was a victory because there were no deaths. Then again, it had been far less than a week since the last time we were on the air. So that really didn't mean a whole lot. But I'm curious to see where we were. But what else is new in the world, Sheila? Anything positive going on?
Positive. I don't know. Other than Chris Rock's my new savior.
What?
I said I think Chris Rock's my new savior personally.
Yeah, I'm with you on that for sure.
Like, I'm going to support anything he does now. Positive news. Oh, that's so hard.
It's impossible.
Still fighting, which is a somewhat positive news because they've held out this long against Russia.
And a lot of like commentators and people like that are saying that Putin has to pull out like soon. Like he can't keep it up much longer. Or if he does, he alone will run out of resources, which is where you have to watch China because they may be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Just China might step in then.
Mm-hmm.
To help. Because, dictators got to keep dictators back.
That's right.
But the only thing about that is if China, so Russia really has to weigh its options there, because if China steps in, then it's no longer the conflict between two nations, and so that will give NATO cause to join the fight.
Right. And then what? And then what happens, Sheila? Your favorite two words.
Nuclear war.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nuclear war. That's what happens next. Everything on the Ukraine. You missed that, Janelle. On the Ukraine show that we did, she went a million different paths, sort of like a junction on the interstate, but it all came back to one thing at the end: nuclear war. Every single time, nuclear war. And that's true.
The only reason it always goes there is because Putin is the opposite character.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, like, he is not going to accept this defeat. And so, I mean, nuclear war.
Nuclear war. That's it. But do you think that might deter China from helping in any way? It's like, hey, if you help, the other nations are going to respond. If that happens, most likely.
Well, yeah, that's what. Yeah.
The countries are going to get blown up.
Was there a die in?
Maybe. So that's the thing. Is China needs to just keep out of it.
Stay over there.
Stay over there now. Don't come over here.
Stay over there.
Stay over there. Don't come over here. Isn't it? It's weird. 2 years ago, we were defending China. We were like, it's not your fault that COVID came over here. It's just these things happen. And now it's like, if you take one step, you're going to go break me a switch, and I'm going to spank you. This is not.
And don't be picking the baby switch.
Don't be picking
a good one, because then I'm going to get real bad.
It's going to get worse. I'm going to make you bring a branch in here, and I'm going to whip you like that. Right. Janelle's turned into a country bumpkin. It's fine.
So.
But yeah, that's where we are. Russia's losing.
Well, good.
But if China steps in, that's the end.
Well, why would China step in, though?
They're allies, China and Russia.
Yeah, because like I said, dictators gotta dictate together.
Yeah, and if North Korea helps, forget it. That's the end of everything.
Yeah, but like,
so there's two. North Korea, no, whatever. They don't even have lights 90% of the time.
That's because of their illustrious dictator. All the electricity's in the mansion.
But China also would then have another problem.
What's that?
So there's two reasons. One, if you get involved, it becomes a multinational war. NATO can step in. And then two, if China backs Ukraine, backs Russia with Ukraine because, they're doing what they're going to do, then the rest of the world will have the right to come in and go after China while they're trying to break up, their democratic parts of their country.
Right.
So they're very much not like, Hong Kong and China. They're just very much not wanting to recognize to some extent this is even happening. Because like I said, if they then say, okay, yeah, you can become a player in other people's temper tantrums.
Is China going to aid Will Smith?
Yes. They did. That's why he got to stay.
That's right. That's right. Oh, God, it's all-out war against Will Smith because he got aid from China and North Korea. And then he'll be able to carry on with his temper tantrums.
Allies, but do they have to help? Can't
No.
they stay out of it?
There's been many times
China's not in the Warsaw Pact. So
yeah.
You had NATO in the Warsaw Pact.
Right.
NATO, good guys. Warsaw Pact, everyone hated in the movies in the 80s.
Yeah. Russia.
So that's why Belarus right now doesn't really have a say in letting China come across their border into Ukraine.
Right.
Because they're in the Warsaw Pact with Russia.
Yeah.
Ukraine is not in the Warsaw Pact. They wanted to join NATO. But here's the thing. So I think that ultimately Ukraine, this war is going to give Putin some satisfaction in Ukraine, whether or not he takes it over or whatever, because the Ukrainian people are no longer going to want to join these groups like the EU and NATO, because what the F did we do for them?
Yeah.
Right now, what did we? Nothing. We sat back and we watched their people die. We saw them bombing maternity hospitals and said, that sucks. We won't get you these planes because we don't want to, actually join the war. So
NATO is the International Academy Awards.
Exactly.
Yeah. We live in our own different world.
We're like, man, it was kind of messed up. Ukraine got slapped, but
here's a participation trophy. Here's the trophy.
So we're the awards. Russia's Will Smith and Ukraine is Chris Rock.
Oh my God. Janelle, did you hear that?
Yes.
She laid it out perfectly. Yes. NATO. Oh my God. That's beautiful. NATO is the Academy Awards. Russia is Will Smith. And the Ukraine is Chris Rock. And the Ukraine is saying this is the most historic night in television ever.